We're here. Oh, we started already?
We here. We here to go.
It's good. Good, everybody. We got Uni here, my man.
Alien.
And
J.
Dr. J. And today's topic is, Jay, you decided to come up with the topic again. What was the topic today? We're going to change it last minute?
Yeah, which one was it? It was many of them. Which one did you like the best?
No, so we were talking about earlier about when either your spouse tells you something or your parents tell you something, and for whatever reason, it sounds like Charlie Brown's adults talking, and when somebody else tells you something, it's the same exact thing, you listen, or vice versa, your kids, you know, so
Okay.
we're trying to come up with a solution for that, right?
A solution for that.
Well,
somebody said earlier.
And this dude
said
ADD.
to tell somebody else to tell them.
So yeah, somebody's ADD is real bad right now.
Super bad.
Now, as long as that ADD person is not me.
ADD.
Alright. That was my mother.
Oh, give her credit for that, right? Give her credit for that.
I put the solid.
All right.
Block my mom.
All right.
So yeah. So how do you deal with a situation? Say for example, you have somebody that's important to you, all right, and you're trying to get a point across. You need them to stay on their game, so like that y'all could be able to move forward to the next plateau, the next challenge together as a team. Whether it be your children, whether it be your spouse, whether it be somebody you're looking after, but they just won't listen. How you go about getting that message across to them?
I don't know. I wish I did know. You better off asking him.
How do you you tell them a few times, and then after a while, you just kind of stop telling them. I guess.
I don't know.
You know
I would think you would have, since if you notice that they're listening too much to a friend.
Because honestly, you can't really force somebody to listen to you. You know what I mean?
No, but
so I mean, even if you tell them once, you tell them twice,
you
tell
mean
them
like
3 times.
comprehend and understand and move forward with the plan.
But yeah, because if you're a team, you're a team. If it's either your child, your wife, or you know, in that situation right there, if it's somebody, matter of fact, let's say for example, it's just somebody you live with. Let's say for example, it's a roommate. Y'all trying to do something so like that, y'all don't get screwed over with the landlord, whatever, or whatever.
I think one thing you gotta probably do is like, you tell them, you let them know whatever the deal is, whatever, and if they don't continue to like comprehend or listen, whatever, you just kind of like do what you gotta do to make the plans go ahead, and see if they just run with that. You know what I mean? I mean, because again, you technically can't force
people to do what you want to do.
Right. So even if it's a plan that you want for them, you gotta kind of like, I guess, you just kind of gotta do it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Now let's say for example, we're not even talking about a power move. Let's say for example, all right, you have a missus in your life, right? You're a couple, y'all live together, but she's doing stuff that as a female, she doesn't understand the effects that it has, but as a female, she sees, oh, it's okay, you're just overreacting. And then while they'll say that, meanwhile, she'll be with you once again. And let's say, for example, the case is the attire that she is wearing. You know, I'm like, baby, come on, I'll put a little bit more clothes on. I mean, my guy's thinking that, I mean, that you're not loyal, faithful to me. Like, you want to give it up to some of them because of the way you dress, because you're dressing like you're thirsty right now.
I mean,
I like this one.
All right, go ahead. What's up?
So, there's 2 situations. One was with my little niece that's not so little no more, right?
Okay.
She tried to wear something that I felt as though was inappropriate. So you had to have a backbone as a man to say, yo, you know what I mean? You ain't wearing that stuff.
No, they look like you just crawled out the trunk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good.
All right. I crawled out the trunk.
No. Your car.
Who opened the trunk?
Hangover.
Hangover.
Now I fix my man car. He was looking not presentable. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. He said, man, you messed up my drip. I was trying to have a collar up.
Yeah, that's what it was. You had intentionally one collar inside your shirt, because this is how it was.
He said, don't pop my collar. I'll do all that.
Your joint was looking.
Oh yeah, you can't see your chin in the way. Below the belt. No, Ocean Road rap.
No, Diddy. Stay above the belt.
All right, okay, above the belt. I put my foot down. I was like, yo, you can't can't go out, or you gonna stay in the house. Oh, you want to keep that on? I went and got my big sweatpants, so she out there looking like MC Hammer now, with my big sweatpants on.
So did she wear like?
She knew when she was coming. She was coming over to go get her hair done. She thought she was gonna be getting her hair done with some booty shorts. I'm like, where are your clothes that you brought? And then she said, look, this is the in the house stuff, and really, it's about time to throw them away, right?
So did she leave the house with the sweatpants on?
No, the kid, yeah. Well, she gonna be with me. You ain't gonna be with me looking all crazy.
Oh, you took her.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
No, and that, like I said, that reminded me of an ex I dated, and her situation was the same thing where she would dress. Now, mind you, the age that she had was in the 30s, mid 30s, damn near 40s, and she wanted to dress like she's 16. And I'm like, listen, I mean, I don't need to tell you how to dress like that, but I'm a grown man, and I can't look. I don't look right dating a girl that look like she's underage and stuff. I mean, so put some more clothes, cover up some of that extra skin. You're exposing too much, you know. And I mean, I don't listen. If we're going to the beach or a park, not a problem because it's gonna be hot and you chilling, you relaxing. Mm-hmm. But if we're gonna go somewhere where we're gonna be looking fancy and elegant and all that fly stuff, you know,
what you're saying is true. But I see it's like I grew up around a lot of women, so that was my base, right? So I know women, you don't have to be slutty to be sexy.
Thank you.
They try to
well
be.
said.
They try to be.
Ladies,
sexy.
please listen to this.
They try to be sexy by being
Exposing
slutty.
skin, by exposing skin. And I tell ladies, if you know how to dress, and this is one thing I could say for sure, that I've met heavyset women that are sexy. Now mind you, heavyset is not my type, but I've seen these chicks put on some sexy outfits to the point it's like, yeah, I might make an exception. Because it's not about how much skin you expose, it's how you carry what you got going on.
Even your personality.
That's what I'm saying.
You could wear the most sluttiest thing, think you're looking good, and have the ugliest personality.
But that make you.
No, but the thing is, if the outfit is not meant for you, it's not meant for you. But at the end of the day, it just boils down to how you feel and how you carry yourself. Exactly, and how you put that ensemble together. Because one thing I learned from the ladies is this: that they don't need to be wearing anything expensive to look great.
Nope.
They could go to Walmart and put an ensemble together and look fly. That's why, you know what I mean? I went to the gym and got myself right, so now I can buy cheap clothes and I can look good in it. You feel what I'm saying?
All my clothes are cheap.
There you go, and you pull it off. Because you got that personality.
Well, no. They're not, they might be cheap for me, but not cheap in the brand.
What I'm saying is,
but I don't buy things for the brand. I buy things for the price and how it looks.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, but that's one thing. Like I said, that's what I learned from the female. It's all about how you put the outfit together. Mm-hmm. You know, and like I said, I've met a lot of females that their body shape might not be what is everybody chasing after, but they had so much style that they made themselves worthy of the chase because of how they carry themselves and how they put the ensemble together.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what it boils down to when it comes to that. But going back to the topic, which is, how can you convince somebody that you're trying to get them the message that they need, but they're refusing to receive it from you? They'll receive it from somebody else, but not from you.
I remember what she said. She said she used it in relationship, form where you be trying to tell your spouse something and they don't listen, but they take that same advice from someone else outside of their relationship. That's how she worded it, and I thought, but actually she worded it. How these men don't listen to the women, but they gonna listen to their homie.
And the way I'm gonna answer that is because and the answer that I gave to you earlier was the same thing applies to, for example, kids. A child might not listen to their parent. Meanwhile, a friend could be saying the same thing, and they'll listen to the friend. And this is the thing. The reason why the wife, the husband, or the child, whenever they listen to their counterpart, let's say, for example, a child listens to their parent, to the child, that parent is just annoying. So no matter what that parent says, it's just going to be annoying. So they're just going to block him out. Same thing with the wife. The wife might just block out what the husband says because to her, she loves him to death for whatever reason. She loves him to death, but everything that comes out his mouth to her doesn't make any sense. Same thing with him. Many times the woman is just whatever to him, but as long as she got that, you know what I mean? Exactly.
They probably need that second, that second opinion.
So that's why. So my trick is this: whoever you know she's listening to, convince that person to give her that message just because that person cares for you two guys together. You know, that's how I see it. Same thing like with your kids. If you notice your
Make sure
kids
it's
are
a
listening.
genuine message though.
Yeah. Let's say, for example, your kids are just
Is
listening
that
to
our
somebody
special
else.
guest from the bingo hall?
No, we're gonna get a special guest soon. We'll surprise you guys. We got plans to have a special guest for the podcast, but right now we're gonna stick on this topic right now. So yeah, that's my personal solution because I actually tried it when I realized that my kids were not listening to me. So I found out a good friend of theirs that they were listening to, and then the good friend was also a person that admired the direction and how I did things, which was easier for them to go ahead and share this information with my kids, for which it actually helped my kids take heed to the information that was given to them. And as far as the spouse is concerned, I haven't been in that situation with a spouse, but you know, these gentlemen right here, you know, they're the ladies, man. So they.
What you talking about? He's been committed. He almost married. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Dr. Umar would not be proud.
Yeah, fuck a Dr. Umar. Yeah.
My Pan-African brother.
Anyway.
Need to chill.
Nah, me. What I do is, you know, if I feel like I'm not getting the response that I would like to, I just kind of move on and do my thing. Like, and just, you know, you follow along, and if you don't, you don't, and that's just what I do. I just continue to move forward.
So if they screw themselves up, let them screw themselves up.
It's not.
No, I'm saying because it all depends.
So,
like, for example,
I mean, yeah, it also depends on
what
the
the topic.
situation. Yeah, it depends on the situation.
Because a lot of times when
Usually, you know, I don't have an issue with how my girl dresses.
no, but I'm just saying, let's say for example, is if the advice is something that's detrimental to them, then it's so important for them to listen to, because otherwise, if they don't listen to, it's gonna get ugly for them.
Well, yeah, I would break it down as much as I can possible, but like obviously, like I said, I can't make you obviously listen to me. So if you fall in a pit of fire, then you're gonna have to fall in a pit of fire, and then you're gonna have to learn from your mistakes, and then you can come back to me and say, hey.
But if she dies in that process, then I guess
You're
up for grabs. You're up for grabs.
Nah, I mean,
and that's the purpose of the topic. The topic is how do we get the message across to those that they need to receive that message?
I feel like some people need to fall and fail to be able to come up and move forward.
I agree with
because that's how I think everybody, you know, you have your L's and you have your wins. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not going to listen to somebody who's been through certain situations or caring and trying to give you that advice, then you're gonna need to fail on your own and fall on your own to see what they were talking about, and then, you know, you're gonna come later and be like, oh, you were right.
Or they're not.
Or they not. And if they don't, then I mean.
And like I said, I faced that situation numerous times.
I agree with what you're saying, but also I think you should talk to that person about self-reflecting, because that's the only way what you're saying will even make any sense.
Right.
Because a lot of people go on ahead, they blinders on.
Right.
So they don't even care what you say.
But again, I think you can only tell people things so many times until you get fed up with telling them.
Yeah, that's why I said I agree.
And then it's kind of like,
Because like, for example, his situation is different for the simple fact that he got nieces and nephew.
I don't care what they talking about. You gonna listen to me, or you ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a clothing situation. So
and similar.
But would it be an action too? Like, for example, don't go there because these are the type of things that are going to happen there. And now, mind you, let's say, for example, they don't listen, they're going to learn.
As kids, when we were rebels, we never listened, and we went anyway, and until we got in trouble, and then we had to find out.
See, the difference,
kids now stupid.
The difference between me and, like, every time I hear stuff like that is bugged out because I never had parents to give me guidance for me to disobey. I never had somebody to where I ended up disobeying because there was nobody putting rules or none of that stuff.
You had no boundaries, so you had nothing. You couldn't misbehave because there was no boundaries.
There was exactly.
They didn't know where you was at.
They didn't care. They just told me be home by a certain time, and that's about it. We don't care. Just get out of here. Leave me alone. Get out of here. That was the whole thing growing up. Get out of here. Leave me alone. I ain't got time for that right now. Get out of here. Leave me alone. And just be home by a certain time. All right. Well, cool. I made it home by a minute late. I had to sleep outside my front door.
You never, because you didn't know about making keys and all that?
A crack in the window, keep the
No,
window.
So my solution
You
back
didn't
then was
have to
just
crack the window, it was hole in it.
sleep. No, it was apartments. You can't get in through the window in apartments unless you're Spider-Man.
They would have been away.
Miles Morales.
They would have been away. They would have been away.
I mean, nah, but I did in that time was just steal the car and just spend the rest of the night hanging out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
That's good. That's not. Kids don't listen to him. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
yeah.
No,
It was just I
don't
had
listen
no
to the doctor.
options.
This
I had no
doctor
This
choice.
is back in the 70s. So
No, it's not in the 70s.
80s.
No, 90s.
What the heck you talking? Why you still in the cars? You could just get your own car. You was grown in the 90s.
All right, I guess it was early.
He's like, yo, excuse the gray hair. Yeah.
Okay, it might have been the 80s.
I'm just a baby.
But
yeah, so that's the thing right there. Like, you know, it's tough. Like I said, my solution would be find somebody who they listen to and get them to help you out with the situation. And his solution is just lock him up. You know,
I mean,
lock him in, don't let him out the house. Don't let him out the house.
I think another thing is,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
And his
People-
solution is just let him fail.
people. No, I mean
No,
sometimes.
not let them fail, but
Not let them
do,
fail.
do your
but
most and then give up.
Do everything that you can. that you can do for
Don't
that
stress
person,
yourself
and then,
out.
exactly, and then don't stress about it. Just be like,
Your
all right,
life's
well,
too short.
listen, if that's what you want to do, then you know, do it and see if it works out for you. If it works out, cool. If it don't, it don't. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep. But you yourself got to keep moving forward.
And if you hit the brick wall, call me and I'll come for you. But if I don't pick up, call the ambulance or 911 or something.
But I feel like some people need they feel like they need that second opinion because they probably feel like that first opinion isn't what they probably want to hear until they may have to hear from somebody else, and it's kind of like, damn, all right, you know, I guess that other person was right.
Usually,
you know what I mean?
usually for me, on that side of it, if multiple people saying the same thing, they're not.
Then yeah.
Unless I'm gonna switch my environment. If they all messing up, then I need to
Nah,
switch.
I need to go. I need to go over here. I need to ask somebody. I don't know shit. Hold on.
Wait a minute. You gonna see a therapist?
No. They gonna be in there.
It doesn't matter how many people tell you.
I'm gonna switch my environment. They all on some bull crap. They found the
Nah,
loophole.
they not
Let
right.
me get out.
Nah.
Let me get out of here.
They stuck in the matrix.
They stuck, man. They stuck. Yeah. Democrat, Republican.
What the hell you talking about?
No.
How you go political?
Right? You got Trump endorsing you
That's
already.
the matrix. Thanks, Trump. But I'm talking about that's the matrix. That's the matrix. I'm outside of that.
Okay.
Okay.
You see that?
That came at the perfect time.
I had to do it again, make sure.
I mean, now you got some solutions for your situations. If you're trying to get a point across to anybody, and listen, feel free to stop by, give us some solutions because we're planning to go live. We're just trying to make sure that everybody's schedule's on point before we start going live. So like that, it could be easy for you guys to tune in. But
So wait, before we kind of end it, what do you guys do if like somebody tells you about something and you know, I mean I think kind of just with the therapy joint, right? But like, what would you do if somebody said like, yo, this, that, and the third? Do you kind of like see what they're saying, or do you kind of like
I don't listen. I really don't shut people down. Let's say for example somebody give me advice, and I try to just see how I could benefit from it, and then and I actually. The reality of it all is I have a tendency of engaging in a conversation with somebody else about the topic to see if I get some other input to see whether or not I am about to take advice and be ignorant for taking advice from somebody who might not be as savvy or intellectual as I would like for them to be. Yeah, so unfortunately we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, so we're gonna just end it at this right now. We want to thank you for joining us. Tune in for our next one. We're working on going live so like that you guys can interact with us and have a set date and whatnot. But thank you for joining us. Signing off, Uni.
alien?
Dr. J.
Peace.